go ahead and knock this video out right quick. As y'all can see, we're in Isaiah, come in scripture. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. You know, most people say, okay, we're talking about Satan and all that type of stuff, you know, which the scripture is describing this. That's what it's basically trying to say, right? And people say, yeah, he wanted to put his throne above God and all this type of stuff, which it don't say that. It said he tried to put his throne, he said he would exalt his throne above the stars of God. Not God, but above the stars. All right? It say, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. And then you know it's the same thing with that colon. It can be a different way of saying the same thing in the sides of the north. So it say the mount. Everybody know what congregation is. So a mount is something that rise up. A congregation is the church, right? So in the sides of the north, we're talking about the people in the aisles, you know, on the sides of the aisles, right? So what I got out of this is saying that he's gonna rise up the church, raise up the church, or whatever the case. You see what I'm saying? All right. Above the idea of God. So he put himself, raise up his ego. You know what I mean? So he wanted to be the one being worshipped, basically, so to speak. All right, so let's see what the congregation is, which we already know, right? A place of worship, church house. So we're talking about, say, collect into a flock. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to congregate yourself. But, you know, I ain't going to go into all that part of it. I'm just going to break down what this means. So I ain't going to go into, you know, anything deeper. I'm just trying to show y'all when it's talking about the congregation, what they're referring to. Okay? So now, I'm going to show y'all what it means by the sides of the north and all that type of stuff. All right. And y'all see this church? You see the people on this side and the people on this side. These are the sides of the north. You know what I mean? So this the north. You see how you got to go up the altar, whatever the case, to rise staircase. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we talk about a mount. It say climb up stairs, a hill, or other rising surface. All right, so it's letting you know what we're talking about. Organize and initiate a campaign or other significant course of action. Okay? Click on this, say behind definitions. Go back to the top. All right, so it say climb up stairs, a hill, or other rising surface. All right, climb or move up onto a raised surface. Okay, climb or move up onto a raised surface, which means a mountain. So, you know, we're talking about the mountains and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? The high mountains, you know, Mount Zion and all this type of stuff they be talking about. That's the worship of Satan. I'm just being honest with y'all. If you actually know what it all actually means. But for the most part, face value, you know, you're worshiping your Lord self. You know what I mean? But the idea is to be erecting your Lord self. That's what's supposed to be going on. You know, so that's what the story actually talking about. You know, so you're supposed to get the message out of like trying to erect yourself, being strong or whatever, stuff like that. That's what the real message of the story is. But if you're gonna look at it as, and hey man, you gotta Satan tried to put his throne above God and all that type of stuff. In actuality, that's a lie. I mean, he didn't say that. The Bible didn't say that. The Bible said he tried to put his throne above the stars, you know, and that he will put his mount, you know, on the congregation or whatever, right? So that's what I'm really showing y'all. If we're gonna look at it literally, you know what I mean? It's literally saying over the church. Okay? The stars are the people. We're gonna look at it literally. So either literally or figuratively, people not really kicking it how it's supposed to be kicked. And that's why I wanted to make this video, you know what I mean, tell y'all quit lying on the devil. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, I'm out of here. Till next time.